We've all seen the headlines. We've all seen the glossy brochures from big investment firms featuring silver-haired couples walking hand in hand down white sand beaches. The financial industry has spent decades selling us a very specific vision of retirement, a vision that requires a very specific number: $2 million, $3 million, $5 million. The experts tell us that if we haven't hit these seven-figure milestones by the time we blow out the candles on our 65th birthday, we've essentially failed. But as we move into 2026, the gap between that glossy brochure and the reality of the average American household has become a canyon. Today, we're stopping the fantasy. I spent the last several weeks digging through the Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances and updated 2026 projections from Vanguard and Fidelity. I wanted to find the answer to one simple question: how much does the average person actually have when they stop working? The answer is going to shock you. It isn't just a little bit lower than the expert recommendations, it is hundreds of percent lower. If you're planning to retire in the next 5 to 10 years, you need to understand what these numbers mean for your lifestyle. To understand the truth, we first have to dismantle a massive lie: the average retirement savings. If you Google that phrase, you might see a number that looks somewhat comforting, around $500,000 for people nearing retirement. But those numbers are a statistical illusion. In economics, we distinguish between the mean and the median. The mean is the average you learned in school. You add everything up and divide by the number of people. The problem is that the mean is heavily skewed by the ultra-wealthy. If you have 9 people with $0 and 1 person with 10 million, the average is 1 million. But 9 out of 10 people in that room are broke. This is why we must look at the median. The median is the true middle. If you lined up every American from poorest to richest, the median is the person standing exactly at number 50. According to the Federal Reserve, the median retirement account balance for Americans aged 55 to 64 is just $185,000. Let that sink in. $185,000. That is the total nest egg for the middle-class worker after 40 years of labor. Now, $185,000 isn't zero, but we don't live in a vacuum. We live in an economy with 2026 prices. Financial planners often use the 4% rule. The idea is that you can safely withdraw 4% of your savings in your first year of retirement to ensure your money lasts 30 years. For the median American, 4% of $185,000 is $7,400 per year. That breaks down to exactly $616 per month. Of course, we have Social Security. In 2026, the average Social Security check is approximately $1,950 per month. Combined with your savings, your total monthly income is $2,566. On paper, $2,500 might seem livable. But let's look at the actual costs of 2026. First, healthcare. Most people assume Medicare is free. It isn't. Medicare Part B premiums are deducted directly from your check. Between premiums, Medigap plans, and prescription drugs, a healthy couple retiring today is expected to spend over $300,000 on out-of-pocket healthcare during retirement. If you are living on $2,500 a month, a single dental emergency can wipe out your entire discretionary budget for the year. Then there is housing. Even with a paid-off mortgage, property taxes and homeowners insurance have skyrocketed. If you are a renter, you are at the mercy of a market that has seen double-digit increases. If your rent is $1,500 and your healthcare is $300, you are left with just a few $100s for food, utilities, and transportation. This is the shocking reality of the average retirement. It is a life of constant, low-level stress. How did we get here? There are 3 primary retirement killers converging in 2026. The first is the death of the pension. 40 years ago, companies sent you a check for life. Today, only 15% of workers have a pension. The risk has shifted entirely to you and your 401k. The second killer is the tax trap. That $185,000 is likely in a traditional 401k, meaning it hasn't been taxed yet. When you withdraw that $600 a month, Uncle Sam takes his cut. You might only actually see $500. The third killer is the sandwich generation effect. Many people in their 50s and 60s are currently supporting both adult children and aging parents, sacrificing their catch-up years to stay afloat. If the average is a trap, how do you become above average? If your numbers look like that $185,000 median, don't panic. Panic leads to bad decisions. Instead, change your strategy. One of the most powerful tools is the Social Security delay. Every year you wait to claim past your full retirement age, your benefit increases by about 8%. Waiting until age 70 can be the difference between a retirement of poverty and a retirement of dignity. Second, look at geo-arbitrage. If you can't change the amount of money you have, change what that money can buy by moving to a lower-cost state or even abroad. Third, you must move from investing to planning. Retirement is about cash flow, not just growth. You need a bucket strategy. keeping cash for the next 2 years, bonds for the next 5, and equities for the long term to protect against market volatility. The reality of 2026 is that the old rules no longer apply. The idea that you can just put a little in a 401k and everything will work out is a myth. The average person is struggling, but you don't have to be average. By looking at these numbers clearly, without the filter of the glossy brochures, you can start making hard choices now. Whether it's supercharging your savings today, deciding to work a few extra years, or downsizing your home, the power is in your hands. The $185,000 reality is a wake-up call. The system is not designed to take care of you. It is designed to give you the tools to take care of yourself. Don't let yourself be a statistic. Take a hard look at your accounts today, run the math for 2026, and build a plan that accounts for the real world. The only person responsible for your financial freedom is the person you see in the mirror. If this breakdown helped you see the truth about retirement today, please hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the 2026 economy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.